Hey folks, it's Johnny at Prepper Base 1, and today I want to talk to you about why you, as either a new or experienced prepper, should have a core library of hard copy books. We live in a digital age, but the problem with digital items is that they are electricity dependent. In a future economic crisis or an EMP, our grid system could be gone or down for long periods of time. So I recommend that you have a small core hard copy book library that you can use in case the electrical grid's out or if you have to do a quick bug out. Now I have 6 books that I think should be a core library for all preppers, either experienced or brand new. So let's take a look at my 6 recommendations. The first book I want to recommend is 31 Days of Survival by M.D. Creekmore. Now, this is a good basic primer to get a brand new prepper started, and it gives a lot of ideas for older preppers too, those who are more experienced. It gives you a 31-day plan and he takes you step by step, and he includes a tremendous amount of information, and there's a lot of tricks in there that an experienced prepper would appreciate also. So I can highly recommend this, especially if you're just starting out. Now this book I consider to be the prepper's Bible or encyclopedia. The LDS Preparedness Manual, it is truly an encyclopedia of preparedness. Chapters include getting started, food storage, different types of food, bug out bags, communications, financial, selecting a defensive battery, how to test your preps, chapters on children, clothing, there's even a chapter on pandemics. If you buy only one prepper manual, one manual for emergency preparation, it needs to be this one. Now this book is one of the books that I think has not gotten any kind of real review in the prepper community, and it should. It's an amazing book. Beyond Collapse by T. Joseph Miller, Jr. He writes this book from the perspective of a total economic and social collapse. And it's really an amazing book. You're not going to learn how to build fires or how to set up shelter or anything like that. But what he does talk about is seeing what's coming, how to get ready for it, how to brace for the impact, and what to do in the immediate aftermath. And he talks about basically rebuilding civilization and what you need to do to be prepared to survive that type of environment. This is geared towards those who want to be ready in case we actually experience the end of the world as we know it today. I can highly recommend this book. It's 432 pages of just amazing information, and I highly recommend you get this book if you think that we're heading down a serious social and economic collapse, which I do. So I highly recommend this book. Now this is probably the best actual survival handbook on the market available to the average person. I've got copies of all the U.S. military survival manuals, and they're all good. Don't get me wrong. I even have copies of foreign survival manuals. But this manual includes so much more. It's an outstanding manual on how to survive the elements from the desert to the Arctic, shelter, fire building, the whole 9 yards, water. But it also has a lot of additional information in it, such as urban survival and some basic hand-to-hand self-defense techniques. If you only have one survival book, you need this one. Preparing for medical emergencies should be one of your top priorities, and this book is probably one of the best emergency medical handbooks out there. It's written by Dr. Joseph Alton and his nurse wife, Amy Alton, fondly known in the prepper community as Doom and Bloom. And they have a great website. You got to check it out. But this book is basically a first aid book on steroids. They cover the entire gamut of everything from boo-boos to major issues in medical emergencies, just about any medical emergency you could think about. I highly recommend this book to keep in the house, to refer to, and to be prepared to use in any kind of serious SHTF medical emergency. Okay, so the last book on our list is Alton's Antibiotics and Infectious Disease. This is a companion book to the one I just talked about, and it's written by Dr. Alton and his wife, Amy, known as Doom and Bloom. This is an essential book for your medical preps. He talks about different types of pathogens, diseases, the types of medications appropriate for them, symptoms of different types of infections and diseases, and the doses for the antibiotics that should be used. Of course, this is only for emergency uses. But another good thing about this book is he discusses the commonality between fish antibiotics and those prescribed for humans, which in many cases is exactly the same tablet made at the same factory, just put in different packaging. Okay. So, if you've been with me this far, I want to thank you, and I want to leave you with one final thought. All the books in the world aren't going to do you any good if you just put them on the shelf and let them collect dust. Books are meant for training. These books, these 6 books, I think will cover just about any situation that you could handle or run into in a SHTF situation. So you've got to read them and you've got to train. So if you enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate the old thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe. It ain't going to cost you a dime. And until the next video, God bless and watch 6.